Before we get into my 5 tips, what exactly do we mean when we talk about making an impact? Stop for a second and think about some of the best soccer players in the world. I'm sure players like Messi, Ronaldo, Modric, or even Zidane come to mind. But why do you think this is? What did these players do to stand out? In my opinion, what they all did was they helped their team score, either by being the one to put the ball in the back of the net or assisting it. So what does this mean for you? It means we need to either be the Messis or the Zidanes for our team. We need to be that player scoring the goals or being a crucial part in the build-up of the goals our team scores. Just to be clear, there are many ways to have an impact and stand out. For example, you could be a great defensive player, or you could even be a great leader on the pitch. But in this video, we'll be focusing on what I feel is the best way to have an impact on the game, and that is through scoring. So let's get into it. Soccer is a fast-paced game. Being able to increase your vision will allow you to do things like seeing opportunities to slip the balls in behind your opponent's defense, or maybe you'll be able to see open space that you can drive into and hopefully get a goal from it. But how can you improve your vision? First off, you need to work on checking your shoulders while training. This is also known as scanning. Doing so will translate over into the game and prevent you from doing things like turning into defenders and losing the ball. Once you've built the coordination and the habit of scanning, the next thing you could do is watch some professional players that play the same position as you and analyze what types of decisions they make to allow them to stand out. Maybe it's the types of through balls or passes they play, or maybe it's the runs they make in order to get themselves in a scoring position. Whatever it is, just try to incorporate it in your game. Learning to play quicker. I know you've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube saying, play slower and you'll make pro. I know. I'm not saying that you need to rush your play. Definitely not. But what I am saying is you need to learn to play a little bit more efficiently. For example, if you're checking in for a ball, instead of having your back facing the defender, check into the ball with a half turn. If there's one thing that I learned from playing at the varsity level soccer, or any competitive game for that matter, is yes, the skill level does go up as you play more competitive soccer, but the main difference is the speed at which people play. Because as you're playing against better players, as soon as you get that ball, there's going to be a man on your back. So this is why you needed to incorporate things like scanning so that you can see which direction the defender is coming from and move the ball into open space. Learning to play unpredictable may require a little shift in your mindset because it requires you to stray from what you normally do and how you make decisions. It's doing the unpredictable that may allow you to send that perfect through ball past the defense or scoring your goal because you caught the goalie off guard. Either way, I challenge you in your next game to practice and try to play a little unpredictable. Switch your game up a bit and see if it improves the way you play. So up to this point, if you've been following along, you'll most likely find yourself in more scoring opportunities. So that means you're going to need to learn how to finish or shoot. Personally, my signature shot is using the inside of my foot and curling the ball into the far post. But you need to find what works for you. By the way, if you want me to create a video on how I shoot like this, leave a comment below and I'd be happy to do so. Getting back to shooting, the main thing is you want to be able to shoot consistently and you want to be able to hit the target. Even if it's not the best shot, that could lead to a rebound and give your team a chance to score. Having confidence is key to being a good soccer player. It doesn't matter how much skill you have in the world or how many tricks you can do. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to be able to execute any of them in the game. 2 years before I got scouted for my university, I honestly did not have that much confidence. I had all the skills to be a good player, but I never took any chances because I wasn't confident. I wouldn't check into the ball and ask for it because I wasn't confident. And before that, I just didn't ever stand out. I didn't make any impacts on the game. It wasn't until I just stopped caring about what others thought, I started to believe in myself and I started taking more risks. Because I actually had the skills to perform in a game, they allowed me to make an impact on the game and stand out. So if there's one thing that you learn from this video, it's you first need to actually practice. You need to actually have the skills and the football fundamentals to be able to perform in the game. And once you have the skills, you need to believe in yourself.